The more elevated the emotion you feel, the greater the energy you broadcast, and the more influence you will have on the material world of matter. And the greater your energy, the shorter the amount of time it takes for your manifestation to appear in your life. In this process, you relax and allow a greater mind, the conscious of the ununified field, to organize an event that's right for you. You essentially get out of the way. When you are surprised by an unknown experience that seems like it came out of nowhere, that's because you created it in nowhere. Something appeared out of nothing because you created it in no thing. And it can happen in no time if you create it in the realm beyond linear time. That's the quantum field, where there is no time. So outside of the circles of time, baby, you know what I'm saying? When you're in your imagination, there is no time. When you're in the astral realm, there's no time, right? That's why you jump from scene to scene. So essentially, when we do these guided visualizations, which we have one next week, a Sunday service next week. So be ready for that, the guided visualization. And I'm slowly and surely just keep walking y'all down into out of body experiences, so we can just practice getting into our lucid dreaming state. But essentially, the more you practice different visualization techniques and take yourself out of this circle of time energy, right? The more you can bask in the vibration or the feeling of, you know, the elevated feeling or elevated emotion that will shift your world. But remember, this is a big thing that I want the family to understand. Fuck the physical. That shit is gonna happen based off of you just being that nigga right now. So that's why, you know, it is harder for people to climb out. That's all the way at the bottom, just based off of them being so decrepit, or like, oh, woe is me, you feel me? But it's also easier for them to climb out because pressure makes a diamond. So when you are at the bottom, when you sick and tired of being sick and tired, you don't have no choice but to spun the lay out of that bitch. So now it's just about you and your mindset about this place, and literally creating or terraforming what's inside of you to not live inside of you this trash energy. You don't want that living inside like a goddamn pit stop in this bit. You just got nothing but garbage. You want to literally take it out because it's not serving you. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? And we got to get deeper into the fold, because I know I get, you know, stresses come up, life comes up, people getting in your way, you know what I'm saying? How do you find this vision desired and this elevated emotion in you speaking this particular people? And that's the part of it that works. The uncomfortable feeling of you probably, so let's say if you was, because this is a great example always, let's say you was not assertive at work, right? And you get this gnosis, you get this knowledge, and now you're trying to be the vision desire you're claiming to be. But that vision desire you're claiming to be is somebody that's assertive, somebody that's a little bit more aggressive, blah, blah, blah. So now you go to work and boom, that uncomfortable situation comes up. Instantly assert the new vision desired of you stepping up to that particular person, right? By you addressing the issue right there. Even in the uncomfortability, that's what you want. And then reflect on the uncomfortable feeling, like, oh man, I hope I didn't make this person feel bad. Don't reflect on it like that. Say, oh, I needed that because that's gonna help me grow. Oh, I needed that because that's gonna help me push me to that new vision desire that I'm claiming to be. You got to walk that walk. You got to talk that talk. You got to beat them feet. Because essentially, if you're not beating them feet, then essentially, you're not going to be in the space of God, right? And and don't shit on yourself, right? Like I was telling one of the families earlier, like, yeah, I get it. You have this kind of particular energy. That's just because you didn't slap box as a kid. That's just because you didn't play, AYA football as a kid, Little League football as a kid. That's because you wasn't, wrestling and shit, right? Cool. You didn't go through it. That's because you didn't understand what the capping energy was about, right? Bet. Now, we get it. We understand you missed that boat, which you probably stepped away from based off of you feeling or having an open heart chakra. You feel me? But now you have the gumption or the recognition to do it now based off, or not to slapbox shit, but whatever, to assert yourself in these particular jobs and arenas, because essentially you're more conscious of how important that mission is to carry out.